Hello Gemini, welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a reading for the middle of March 2023. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I'm providing, okay? Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And beautiful Two of Cups, this is a lot of love and abundance, a lot of joy and pleasure and satisfaction and really, really good things going on, Gemini. So let's put that into some perspective, into some context with our Dove and Serpent spread. A lot of really, really good cards today. Quite a few court cards, which, you know, can be a good thing. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card, and we're just going to put that right over here. We're not going to look at it until the end of the reading, so you do have to stick around, and I ask that you watch this reading all the way through till the end. We'll find out if that confirmation card can tie everything together and, you know, give us the confirmation that we need. So, first things first, we've got this Two of Cups. I think you are the type of person who is really filled with a lot of love. I think that you enjoy connecting with people. You enjoy, you know, just being generous with your spirit, with your affection. I think you're a very affectionate person. I really think that you have like this infinite capacity to love and to accept love and to express love. You know, I think that you're someone who's very conscious of the way that they interact with people, the way that you connect with people, the way that you show affection, the way that you want to be loved, you know, the way that you, you know, want people to show affection and concern and care and support and all that stuff toward you. Okay. I think that right now in your life there is this, this real drive to connect. You know, or to strengthen the connections that you already have. Like I said, we have a lot of court cards here. We have the Earth and we have some water court cards. So I think this might be a way or an opportunity this week for you to focus on the connections that you already have. How do we strengthen those? You know, what is the obstacle right now that's preventing you from really connecting with your person, with your spouse, you know, your lover, your romantic partner, or with other family members? Or it could be this struggle to connect with someone at work or one of your friends. It could literally be any of these people. I feel like you're really trying to connect. You really have this desire to really know someone on a deep level and to allow them to know you on that very deep level, you know? Because I do feel that you have this, like I said, an infinite kind of capacity to love and be loved. Okay? And I think that's very important to you. I think right now there is this this desire to improve a connection. Okay? And we're going to go straight to this Seven of Wands now, because this is the struggle, I think. This is the struggle for really to connect with this particular person. It could be talking about people in general, because sometimes when we get this many court cards, it's just talking not about a specific person, but just about kind of everyone that's in our life, you know? So I think there's a little bit of both. So far I feel like there might be one particular person, but it's also a general kind of desire and drive to connect with people, okay? I feel like there is a struggle this week, and it is this kind of energetic blockage. It's almost a blockage of like this affection. It's almost like there's some kind of it could be a health related thing. I'm getting an indication of some back problems that could be something physical, a physical ailment, or a physical, maybe an illness, but I feel some weakness in the back area. And that is causing this kind of, this reluctance to really engage with you, or there's like a blockage there where they're kind of preoccupied by whatever's going on with them, that they are not they're not really focused on making this connection. Doesn't feel like they're really open to it right now. You know what I mean? So it could be that they are struggling with some kind of an injury, illness, some ailment of some kind. I feel that there's some, like I said, some weakness in the back. And I feel like that is concerning them. And you know how when you're not feeling like yourself, you're under the weather, or you're kind of nursing an injury or an ailment, it tends to affect your mood, right? I think we all are familiar with that. It kind of puts us in a kind of a grumbling type of mood, you know? So I feel like there's some of that going on. I feel like you're the person that comes into the room to try to cheer people up. And whoever this person is, I just feel like they don't really want to be cheered up. You know? I feel like they are someone who, when they are experience this kind of opposition, that kind of becomes their focus. You know, they really do take on the mood of that. You know, that they're battling against this thing. And it could just be that they've had a cold for a couple of days. You know, I don't feel like it's anything really serious, but I feel like they really indulge in that, you know. So it doesn't feel like they're really open to love and affection and cheerfulness and connection and you know, beauty and fun. You know what I mean? It seems like they want to kind of be miserable for now. For now. And I think that kind of goes against your nature this week. I feel like you are just struggling with that yourself, you know? Like you have this really cheerful kind of attitude focused on love, focused on pleasure and beauty and joy. And your person, or this particular person in your life, just doesn't want it. It's just kind of grumbling through it. And you may have to wait until they kind of recover and then focus on this connection. But I don't feel like it's really affecting your mood. You know, I feel like you still have this really good attitude despite the challenge of this person, because all the other cards we see around this Two of Cups are very, very supportive cards. We see this Nine of Cups in the recent past. That's supportive of this Two of Cups. We see this Earth energy down below. That's supportive of this Two of Cups. We see the Fire up here with the Ace of Wands. Maybe we'll go to that card next. The Ace of Wands here is at the top of the path of the Dove, and this card is basically saying that you are doing your best not to let this Seven of Wands, this other person's kind of poor attitude, I guess, or their struggle to really to maintain a cheerful outlook during their ailment, okay, whatever it may be. You're really trying hard not to let that affect you. Okay, so your lamp, your fire is still burning very bright, even if they are kind of struggling with their mood or with their current challenge. Okay, which again, I'm feeling like it's something to do with the strength of the back, or some kind of maybe a spinal problem, or just maybe they threw their back out, something like that, or like a body aches. Maybe it is like a cold or a flu situation. And you are really keeping your fire burning bright. I think that you're trying everything you can to lift this person up, to show them that you care, to express your support and your love for them. Right? I think you're really trying to take care of them, not just physically. I feel like there's not a lot that you can do physically for them. But again, we've got this Queen of Pentacles down at the bottom, so there is that kind of support there. I feel like this is more of a moral support, spiritual support, emotional kind of thing. You know, trying to cheer them up, lift their spirits. I think that's really what we're trying to do here is lift their spirits. In the recent past, we've got this Nine of Cups. I think recently you had some tremendous success. It feels like your life kind of leveled up recently. It feels like you may have yourself overcome an injury or an illness. I know that this time of year, it seems like there's a lot of colds and flus going around. I myself recently have recovered from a bit of a cold, okay? So I think that you also have recently felt this restoration, and that could be part of why your mood's so great, you know, because you are recovered from your ailment ailment. But I feel like you also have had some breakthroughs or successes in your career or in your emotional life. not just physically, but, intellectually and emotionally. I feel like you feel restored, right? There's this real optimism in you. And I think this Nine of Cups is really influencing this Two of Cups. I mean, these two cards together are enough to, I think, make anyone happy in a tarot reading. If I got these two cards, that would make my day, So I think you really are in a very good place this week. I think for, I don't remember exactly what your monthly tarot reading was, what the overall kind of cycle is for this month. But for the middle of the month, I think this is a very good sign. And I think what we're kind of leading to is a lot of harmony and a lot of productivity in the rest of the month, okay? But I think right now during this time, you're very much in this water energy. This is very much almost like a celebration. I think you really are coming off of some very, very good feeling events, okay? Not just the physical recovery from an illness yourself, but I feel like maybe you've gotten a promotion, or you have, taken this relationship to the next level. If this is your, romantic partner, there's something that's going on there that is just putting you in this gleeful, very cheerful state, okay? And I think this Ace of Wands is really burning bright. This is a real warmth and radiance coming from you. Despite the challenges of your person this week and what they're going through, I feel like you're keeping that fire really going, And you're doing your best to keep that person warm and, supported, and bring them back to a cheerful, recovered state. I don't think it's anything serious. Like I said, it feels like I get this backache kind of feeling. So maybe a flu or a cold or something that's got them laid up for a couple days. Down beneath everything, we see the Queen of Pentacles, and this really is your physical support of them. I think that you're holding down the fort, you're, taking care of all the business in the house, and you're also really supporting your person, I feel like that is an important responsibility for you right now at this period of time, okay? And I think that this is one of those things where we're on this really wonderful water trajectory. We meet with some of this fire opposition, and I think it's requiring you to shift gears a little bit. Well, we can't really, we can't proceed with our plans because we got hit with this, this illness, this cold or flu or something. So this is what we have to push through. This is what we have to kind of endure until we can get to this other stuff. It's kind of put a little bit of a hold on your plans, but that doesn't seem to really bother you. You don't seem to be too affected or down in the dumps by that, You're maintaining this cheerful attitude and this optimism, and this is one of those things where maybe this situation would just affect us deeply, We would think we're on this really, because if you look at the path of the dove here, we see this tremendous water energy, and it's concentrating in this Two of Cups, and then we get hit with this fire. And I think that's enough to really make anyone kind of lament, and feel like we were on a roll and now we hit this roadblock, and that sucks. It really does. But you've got this tremendous earth energy, this tremendous Ace of Wands, which is just your bright and shining spirit. It really is coming through during this time, and you're maintaining this attitude, this cheerfulness, this optimism. You're taking care of your responsibilities. You are supporting the people around you that need support. I think you've recovered from your own battle with this cold or flu, and I think now you're in this, very supportive place. You feel good. You feel strong. You're emotionally and mentally strong and sharp. You know what I mean? I feel like you have a real focus on the future. And in the future, we've got this wonderful Six of Swords. This is the continuation of your plans after this little speed bump. Okay? So the speed bump of this injury or illness, cold or flu, whatever may be happening with with you and I think with your person. This is the continuation of those plans. It could involve some traveling. It could be putting together the business plan or really executing your the plans that you had kind of for the rest of the month. You know, I feel like this is the little obstacle that is kind of the mid-month hump that we have to get over. You know, and then it's all downhill from here. You know, in a good way. So this could indicate some travel, but I think it's the putting together the finishing touches on this plan that you have. Could be a business plan, could be your plans for life, could be what you and your partner are planning on doing, a honeymoon, a trip, a vacation. It could be the business getting started, but it's the continuation of this plan, and the plan really is what's taking you into the future. Okay, so this is like a long-term plan. It's not just upsetting your day-to-day routine, which I think you're getting back into the swing of the daily stuff. This is the more long-distance stuff. You know, this is the plan that you had for the rest of the month, a few months after. What are we doing? How's the summer going to look? This is the long-term plans. And moving to the path of the Serpent now, the first card we meet with is the only major arcana we have. This is the Eon or Judgment card. Rebirth, reawakening. This is a couple of things. This one is a continuation of the Six of Swords. Okay, the long-term, long-distance planning is really something that's life-changing. I think that you and your person, you know, if we are talking about a specific other person, you really had some plans that are life-changing. You're really on a path that is a tremendous leveling up in your life. Okay, the two of you are taking the next step together. You're starting this business. You're starting this adventure. You're really about to go through this major transition, right? This is a doorway really to a new era for the two of you, or maybe just for you if I'm kind of wrong about this being a specific person. I think there's a water sign person in your life, okay? This is the doorway to that future, okay? This is also the kind of fiery doorway that you're bringing yourself and or this other person through, because we have this fire energy. We have your very strong kind of leading fire energy, your intense radiance, your intense spirit and optimism, and this power that you have to really maintain your energy, maintain your spirit through all of these difficulties, right? You are bringing yourself and or your partner through this difficulty into this state of wholeness, wellness, recovery, advancement, progress, right? So this is just, you know, this is one more just kind of fiery hoop that you have to jump through. It's not really a big deal, you know? You have more than enough strength and vitality to handle it. Just these two together, this fire and this water, just these two cards alone are enough to indicate the power and energy and vitality, the purpose, the sense of direction and ambition that you have, and all of the abundant resources that you have to take yourself along with that energy, you know? Now, the person in your life, I think, is being represented by this Princess of Cups, a water sign person in your life. I think maybe it's a new relationship. I don't know that the two of you have been together for a long, long time. This could be more of a friend. This could be a business partner, a business associate. But I feel like it's somebody that is a new relationship. I feel like the two of you are very close. I feel that, well, you're close enough that you are helping them through this injury or illness, this cold or this flu or whatever it is, this difficult time in their life. You're helping them through that. But the two of you also have these plans together. Okay, so I kind of think it's like a spouse or a romantic partner. It could be a business partner or a friend or something too. Okay, there doesn't need to be a romantic component, is what I'm saying. But I feel like it's a relatively new relationship. It could be that it started out platonic, it started out just business or professional, and now there's more of an emotional or personal connection. Okay. It could be that you have worked with this person for a long time, but now you've become closer on a personal level. Again, doesn't need to be romantic, but you've bonded on a friend level, on a personal level. Okay. Could be that you're doing you're embarking on a business venture kind of outside of the professional setting. On a personal level, the two of you are working on something together. Okay. And we see that echoed with the Prince of Discs here. This is kind of you keeping things going while this person is out of commission, dealing with their injury, illness, cold, flu. But this is the two of you really coming back together and continuing this work. So it does feel like a rather new project or something that the two of you started working on together. Okay, kind of outside of your normal relationship that you may or may not have had. It's something new that you've both kind of decided to work on and build together. Okay, so you have some plans with this person, whether this is, you know, kind of life plans, romantic, you know, a spouse, a marriage or something. Or if this is a business project or just, you know, traveling somewhere with your friend or whatever it may be, something with a family member, a sibling perhaps. But I feel like the two of you are working on this thing together. I feel like there may be an S or an SH name for this person. I don't know if the S or the SH is ringing a bell. I'm almost getting this feeling like it's not something with the back, that now I'm getting like this toothache kind of feeling. Regardless, it could be something with the back. It could be a dental issue. Maybe has gotten infected. It's led to kind of an overall kind of, you know, infection. Anyway, that's kind of beside the point, but it's just an image that I'm getting. Either way, I feel like the two of you are going to be back on track very soon, and you'll be pursuing this work, and you'll continue to build. Okay, I think the real message here is summed up by this upside down Five of Swords, right? This is usually like this, rather dire, indicates kind of a pessimism, a bad mood, a sense of being defeated, a loss, sickness, illness, injury, you know, or worse. This is really, you know, kind of a negative card. But we found it what I like to call right side up, which, you know, it is upside down. This is really showing that despite the circumstances that are going on in your life right now, whatever this difficulty is, this delay in your plans, in the building of this thing, you're really maintaining such a wonderful attitude that I'm almost wondering, like, how are you doing this? You know, because I really feel like you're so focused on this water energy and this beautiful kind of inspiration, this wonderful fire energy, that you are almost immune to whatever circumstances are around you. It's like right now in your life, you can literally handle anything. It doesn't matter what comes your way. You've got this. And I think this is a result of a lot of the work that you've been doing in your life for the last, years really, but for the last few months especially. I think that you've been really understanding that the way you react to a situation, the way you handle a situation, the moods that you're in during, you know, a crisis or something, really plays a part in how that situation results, how it winds up, how it concludes, you know? So you find that by maintaining this inspired attitude, by really focusing on the love and the beauty and the joy and this kind of inner certainty, this inner flame, fire, this ambition, this inspiration and motivation, you're really able to ensure that these situations, these, you know, obstacles, roadblocks, these kind of negative or challenging situations turn out in the best way possible, right? And even if you end up kind of losing something or not getting the outcome that you desire, you still maintain this wonderful attitude. So things are always going to kind of work out in your favor, even if outwardly, you know, the physical circumstances may not be the ideal outcome. But you still have this sense of inner certainty and inner joy that it's just like, well, this must be a part of the puzzle, you know? Do you know what I mean? I'm not explaining this very well, but I feel like your attitude, the way that you approach a situation, really does affect how that situation turns out. Okay? And I think you're learning that. You're learning like the power of positive thinking, the power of positive affirmations, and of this confidence and this inner certainty and joy despite the challenges around us. Okay? It's almost like if we did have this toothache, well, a toothache is probably one of the worst pains you can experience, right? I mean, just in my own experience, a toothache is pretty bad. But it doesn't really do any good for us to complain about it. And it's like the more we complain about it, the more it hurts. You know, if we would just calm down and relax and breathe, then that throbbing would go away, right? It would still be there, it would still hurt, but it wouldn't be so intense. It wouldn't be such a dire thing and such an emergency, really, because we're slowing our breathing down. We're focused on something else. And I think the Five of Swords here really does talk, or to me anyway, it suggests the breath. And the way the breath is really a tool that we can use anytime we are in pain or turmoil or difficulty or anything like that, any kind of upset or agitation, any of this kind of Seven of Wands state, the breath really is what can bring us back to ourselves, put us in a better mood, calm us down, lessen the intensity of that throbbing toothache, you know? So I think you're kind of learning that and how your mood, your thoughts are connected to the kind of physical innervations, the breathing and the posture and that sort of thing. I think you're really understanding how you're just so connected with yourself, you know? Every aspect of you influences another aspect. Our physical influences our mental and emotional and vice versa too, you know? And I think that's what the Five of Swords is really talking about. But let's look at this mystery card. I don't know what this could be. Maybe some more fire energy because, you know, we see a lot of fire energy. Maybe some more water. Maybe some more water. Let's take a look. Well, we've got this wonderful major arcana, the Devil card. I think this is really how we are expressing this fire energy here. This is a real ambition. This is you almost doing the work of two people. While if this is your friend or your partner or whoever that's kind of out of commission this week, I feel like you're carrying the load. You are doing the work of like 2 or 5 people, you know? I really feel like you step up when someone in your team is down. I feel like you are able to carry them. You know what I mean? If you need to. You're able to pull all the weight if you have to. There's that really tremendous strength about you. I wouldn't be surprised if you were, if you're military or ex-military. I feel like you have this vibe of like no teammate left behind, you know? And you will carry everything on your back up that hill, the vertical climb, if you needed to. You're capable of that. You know, I kind of feel like that's what's going on this week, is that you're finding that you are having to carry this whole thing forward while while your partner is out of commission. Now, there is a chance that this whole scenario is just involving you. Maybe there isn't another person, okay? It could be you're the one with the toothache, right? And it could be that we are trying to detach ourselves from this toothache pain or this injury, illness, whatever it is. You're trying to detach from that so that you can continue carrying all of this up the mountain and not be out of commission because of this toothache. Okay, so it could be that we are objectifying it, separating ourselves, we're disidentifying with it so that we can continue on. Okay, that's a possible way it can go. Either way, I feel like you're still climbing up the hill, carrying all the weight, despite the difficulties that are going on right now at this point of time. But like I said, I think this is just kind of the hump. Once we get over this hump, it's really going to be coasting from here, you know? And I think you're doing the kind of upward climb now, but you're almost to the top, and I think things are going to get a lot easier for you. We're going to do a quick extended. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's right up here, and you can have access to all of the extended readings. This was your mid-March 2023 reading for Gemini, and this was Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you again for letting me read for you.